Damn. Yeah.
Alright guys, day 4. I got some of those radiator guards off eBay or whatever to try out for this trip because I knew it was going to be muddy down here, and a lot of people were interested and wanted to know how they worked out, so figured I'd talk about it quick right now. And I mean, honestly, I ran them one day, the first day, and I got hot. I was getting over 220, you know, and sometimes when that would happen, we would just have to kind of squirt a water bottle in there usually and clean it out from like a creek, but with the radiator guards you couldn't even see my radiator, so I couldn't really clean it out easily, so it kind of sucked. But then so then yesterday morning, I think, so I ran them for 2 days, day 1 and day 2, and then yesterday morning I took them off, and we got a hose here at the cabin, which is nice, and we sprayed out the radiator and it was just caked, and you know, mostly like just like hardened dust, I guess I'd say. I don't know. There really wasn't much mud on it, but and meanwhile his wasn't too bad. He didn't have any overheating issues, but he was also leading, so I think that plays into it. But yesterday we had him off, and I really didn't have any overheating problems. So I mean,
think with them on that literally you can't, like, to cool it you just splash a puddle and it like coats the radiator and it cleans it out. So I was still leading all day yesterday, and it was dusty, probably dustier than it's ever been here.
And muddier than yesterday. Was the muddiest day.
Yesterday was the muddiest day we've had, and without radiator guards, and he still didn't overheat. So it's like a double-edged sword. I mean, it would work good, but then like if it does get dirty, you can't splash a puddle and clean it out yourself because it blocks all that too.
Yeah.
So it's just like a, I don't know. Probably work if you're just like straight like poo riding, but.
Yeah, I mean,
not to do that.
Yeah, in theory, it would keep like physical mud off, but if something does get on it, which it still is gonna, you just can't even get to it to clean it out like on the trail. So that's just my take on them. I'm not gonna run them today. Probably won't run them ever again, just because, I mean, I was literally battling overheating just because of those things. Because then I took them off and I was fine all day yesterday. So yeah, we're gonna head out to the south side of the park today. Do Trail 75 we haven't done. Maybe run up 75Y. Either way, it should be a good day.
Yep.
So we just took 75 in and then turned up 75Y. We looked up it the other day from the top. It looks kind of like death at the top without winching. So we're just gonna ride the trail to that point and then check it out and see, go from there. But just got to this, I don't know, table rock thing. Somebody thought it was clever to put a sticker here. Only thought it was right.
Knows who I am.
They probably could figure it out.
Why? Because I'm short?
Yeah.
I look like a child.
It was pretty cool coming up to this point, though. Unfortunately, we didn't get any shots, but
yeah, it's hard to video when the hill's like a mile long.
Yeah, and when you're at the bottom, you don't know what it, how long or if it's cool,
so you just
or
gotta stay in it and hope that there's somewhere to go at the top.
But if we try something at the end, we'll get it on camera. So we're still on 75Y. I'm sure the camera doesn't do it justice, but it's pretty steep. We got to be getting pretty close to the top here, so it should get interesting. Oh no. Camera angle kind of sucks because the sun's right there, so I gotta like hide behind a tree. Looks like he was just three-wheeling a bit there. Got to the close to the top and just kind of off camber and getting hung up on something underneath there. Didn't want to bump it too hard because it's pretty light on this front tire here. It's just a big hole where your back tire was. Yeah. But it was under the leaves, so we couldn't see it. Old Picky's doing work. Yeah, so it looks like there's just a hole underneath these leaves. Pretty good hole, actually. Yeah, all these leaves made it look like this was flat, but that's why I was so off camber, because that one's like high and super low. So I might try a different line. I don't know, we'll see. I'm gonna come to you once he starts coming.
I don't like that.
Alright, well we got a good stopping point. Let's figure out which way I want to go now.
So we're still on the same hill. He's gonna try a little different line. I went to the, so this is like the second big climb on 75Y. I went all the way to the left. I don't know if I'd recommend doing that one again. It's pretty hairy. So he's gonna try the one all the way to the right, which it's pretty much a straight shot up, so at least you don't have to be sideways on the hill and shit like I was, because it's never a spot you really want to be in, especially with the leaves. They covered up some really deep holes, so it was just cut you off guard. And so we'll see how this line goes. In worst case, once we get up to the top of this trail where it's supposed to be super scary, we could always come back down this. It'd be no problem. So stay tuned for that. Just waiting for him to get back on his rig. That's deep.
Of course, right next to a fucking tree.
I got ya. So yeah, this was like the worst part about this one. Really fucking.
I'm a Dukes of Hazzard this
Really,
bitch.
really deep ruts right here, but
It got pretty bucked down there.
Yeah, I say
The steering wheel kind of jumped out of my hands in diff lock, and then it was really hard to get it back. So that's why I killed it, because I just stopped, you know, to regroup.
yeah, that's happens to the best of us.
Of course, the one spot where I get stuck just happens to be right next to this nice tree, so I can't open my door.
Yeah, Dukes of Hazzard, that hog. There's a snowman in there.
We're here though.
So here we are. Started winching. Went around this tree. There's just super turtles down here. Should be good. Okay, we made it out. So he's gonna just send it and hope that we can get out without winching again. It's pretty freaking savage rut. Let's back up a little bit. Bump it. Dude, it's so close. Back up a little bit again. That's that rut that you were almost up, but the winch wasn't long enough.
Remember, I'm probably gonna roll back a touch. Oh, one more, it's going.
Yeah, back up again.
Comes old Ticky. Alright, so we made it to the top.
Well, not to the top.
Well, to the bottom of the top.
Yeah.
This is just where it kind of ends. For us anyways. We just don't, you know, we could go up this line on the right here.
Really, I mean, you can go all the way up till about the last like 20 feet of the top is just like vertical.
And then we won't make it up though, that rut right there. Over the tree root, I should say, in the ruts. And it's just super vertical, and we don't want to winch, pull cable and spend a bunch of time trying to get to the top just to turn around and go back down because we actually want to finish running 75. We've already ran the trails that are already up at the top of this, but we did want to come all the way up to here. We looked down this on day 2.
Yeah.
2, but yeah, we wanted to at least take a peek and see if there was any other lines. But I mean, all 3 of those we're pretty sure we'd have to winch on 30s, unless you full scent and maybe.
Got a lucky bounce.
Yeah, I got a lucky bounce or something, but being that it's our last day, we don't really want to deal with winching for another hour. We already spent a bunch of time winching way down there. So,
Cool trail,
but yeah, cool trail up to this point, no doubt. Yeah, and this is cool too if it wasn't super rutted. You know, like if you could get a fresh line.
Yeah, I mean, if you
Which
had
it looks like
a actual bouncer buggy, like a tube, you know, tube chassis razor or something,
Yeah.
on like 32s, you might be able to get over it.
Which it looks like there was a few other lines that just, and I guess it's been raining for like, one guy we rode with that was local says it's been raining for like a couple months here. So there's a bunch of trees down and shit. So it looks like there's a few other lines, but
Yeah.
they're not options anymore.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm sure somebody's done it recently, but I don't know. It seems like we'd have to winch, so we're just going to turn around because we want to finish running 75. Just figured we'd show you guys the whole trail since we were curious before we came out.